How good can the New York Giants defense be this year? Well, Mina Kimes of ESPN says she thinks they could be top 10. And I agree with her. But I also think they could be closer to number one. If you think the Giants will have a top 10 defense in the National Football League this year, hit that thumbs up icon. Let's speak it into existence. Don't be the person that doesn't like the video and cost the Giants a top 10 defense this year. Welcome into New York Giants Now by Chat Sports. I am your host, Marshall Green. Is the Giants defense about to go nuclear? ESPN's Mina Kimes thinks that they can. And you know what? Mina, I'm proud of you, Mina. There's a lot of idiots out there, kind of like the person you were talking to, Dominic Foxworth, who pretty much said the Giants can't be top 10 because they're the Giants. Well, Mina, you know ball, and you're absolutely right on this take, but I wish you would have took it one step further. I know you wanted to say they were going to be top 5, but you didn't want to have too hot of a take. You said this in totality. They also added some players in the back end that I think could stabilize things with Javon Holland at safety and cornerback Paulson Adebo, as well as second-year slot corner Drew Phillips, who's really good. I really like the combination of Holland and second-year safety Tyler Nubin together, because I think you can have Nubin playing closer to the box where he's better personally. But set that aside. This is all about the front. Brian Burns, Dexter Lawrence, Abdul Carter, Kayvon Thibodeux. Yeah, it's a nightmare. And they're deep, like the D tackles they have. They drafted Darius Alexander as well. And they're bringing in Chauncey Golston. Every year there's a defense where the pass rush just goes nuclear. And I feel like, quote, why not the Giants? Why am I crazy to have them at 10? The only reason you're crazy for having them at 10 is because you should have had them at top 5, Mina. But you're absolutely right. And look, we know how special this defensive line is going to be. I mean, Abdul Carter didn't even play for the Giants last year. And the Giants had the most sacks in the first 8 games of any team in the NFL since 2017. Oh, and then you add Abdul Carter, and you bring in Chauncey Golston, and you get another year older of Kayvon Thibodeux. And Brian Burns is going to be more healthy. And Dexter Lawrence, hopefully he plays more in 12 games. So we know the D-line is going to be great. But the improved secondary is also going to improve this pass rush. Like Deonte Banks moving from CB1 to CB2, that should take the Giants secondary up a notch. I'm excited about that. Drew Phillips, he showed a lot of promise in year 1. I'm expecting a big leap there. Like your fourth corner is now Cordell Flott, and I think he's a serviceable player in this league. And keep your eyes on Art Green. He's been looking good this offseason. You lost one starter in the secondary last year. That's Jason Pinnock. He went and signed a 1-year veteran minimum deal with the San Francisco 49ers. And you replaced him with the best free agent safety in Javon Holland. So you have Holland and Nubin and Dane Belton. He lit all of the spring practices on fire for the Giants. So, I know we make a big deal about the front 7, and as we should, but Holland, Nubin, Adebo, and Deonte Banks, that's a pretty good foursome at the back half of this defense. We know Holland is really good. I don't think people realize how good Paulson Adebo is. He has a lot of on-ball production. He had 10 pass breakups last year, and he had his season cut short due to injury. He also had 3 interceptions. So he got his hand on the ball 13 times last year. I'm totally making this up, but I wouldn't be shocked if that's more than the Giants did as a team last year. They didn't take the ball away. There were no pass breakups. There were no interceptions outside of Darius Musow in week 1. The defense is going to be good on the back end, but if the Giants want to be a top 10, top 5 defense, the big guys up front making the big bucks, they got to live up to the expectations. Like Dexter Lawrence, I can't ask much more from you except just be healthy because you need it. We need it. You deserve to play all 17 games. I would like, and I'm going to do this sometime during the offseason, ask every Chat Sports host here to send me your top 5 defensive linemen. And whose are going to be better than this? Brian Burns is a top 10 edge. Dexter Lawrence is the best defensive tackle in football. Kayvon Thibodeux played like a top 30 edge last year. Abdul Carter was touted as a generational player, and we've got people that cover the Giants saying he's better than expected. And Chauncey Golston was a nice rotational piece for the Cowboys last year, and he has become an afterthought. And the 4th edge with defensive tackle flexibility on this roster. You didn't have Abdul Carter, and you didn't have Chauncey Golston, and Dexter Lawrence only played 12 games last year. Kayvon Thibodeux only played 12 games last year, and Brian Burns played through injury after injury after injury. And you had the 8th most sacks in the NFL, and the 5th best sack rate, and the 3rd best pass rush win rate. So you had the 3rd best pass rush win rate, and Kayvon Thibodeux missed 5 games, and Dexter Lawrence missed 5 games, and you're adding Abdul Carter, and you're adding Darius Alexander, who we haven't even talked about on today's show. That was the 65th pick in the draft that's going to come in and make a major difference. Oh, and you have Chauncey Golston. Like, don't sleep on the defensive tackle depth they added as well. I'm very pumped up about this defense. And all week I've heard the chat sports guys in the office shit talk the Giants. Oh, they're going to win 2 games. They're going to do this. They're not going to beat this team. Not going to beat that team. They're going to be picking close to 1. That sounds good. You better be able to block if you play the Giants. Because if you can't block, you're not going to beat us. It's that simple. I'm really pumped up about it. And according to ESPN, they're projecting Abdul Carter to have 6 sacks this year. I would say 6 sacks is a disappointment. That's how I'm feeling about Abdul Carter. I think 6 sacks would be extremely underwhelming. I don't want to set the bar too high, but I know he already has put sky-high expectations for himself. My over-under is 9.5, and I'm pushing for double digits. PFF showed some love to the New York Giants. They gave him the 3rd best defensive line in the National Football League heading into 2025. And I appreciate Pro Football Focus for doing that. But I think you can make the argument that they're better than the Philadelphia Eagles, who had the best D-line last year. But last year was last year. And they lost Milton Williams, who just signed a $100 million contract. You still got a lot of players here. Jordan Davis is a hell of a player. Jalen Carter, hell of a player. No doubt about that. You still got Nolan Smith coming off the edge as well. But you lost 2 pivotal pieces on the defensive line for Philadelphia last year. And for the Steelers, look, they're good. TJ Watt's special. Alex Highsmith's a damn good player. Cam Hayward is a Hall of Famer. Is Derek Harmon going to be ready to plug and play early on? Probably. I think it's Giants and the Steelers as the best 5-man front in the National Football League. Sawyer, I'm a fan of his as well. He's going to impress. I think the Giants are severely better than the Philadelphia Eagles, and I think the Giants are just up there with the Steelers. And after those 2 teams, I think it's a tier gap between who's the next team because Dexter Lawrence is the best in the league. Brian Burns is the top 10 edge. Kayvon Thibodeux is the top 25 edge. Oh, and Abdul Carter. I don't understand. Mina Kimes says this Giants pass rush is terrifying. And Mina, you're saying a lot of right shit. And it's giving me chills. 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 Thinking about the Giants defense on Sundays coming up in the fall. I got chills just thinking about it. I think they are going to be top 10. But I also believe this could be the best defense in the NFL. I think the run defense is going to be really good. Bobby Okereke and Mike McFadden are good inside linebackers as well. And you better pick up first downs on first and second down. And you better not be trying to pass on third down getting first downs because they're going to pin their ears back. At least I hope they will. And that's what I want Shane Bowen to do. Shane Bowen is known as the guy that plays a bend but don't break defense. Well, Shane, it's time to evolve, or you're not going to be a defensive coordinator in the NFL anymore. The sign of a great coach is putting his players in a scheme that gets the best out of them. When the Giants beat the Cleveland Browns last year, why did they do that? Because they blitzed all night. 7 sacks. They couldn't block them. And the Giants kept coming and coming and coming. I want to see that every single third down next year. Abdul Carter, pin your ears back. Kayvon, pin your ears back. Brian Burns, pin your ears back. I know you want to get home with 4, but let's go 5-on-5. And let's not let them double team anyone. Like, lean into what your players are good at, Shane Bowen. I know you want to play with a lot of DBs on the field, and you want to play soft zone, and you want to make them drive the field and complete pass underneath. How about we're aggressive on first and second downs, and we force teams to convert on 3rd and 7s, and 3rd and 8s, and 3rd and 9s. And holy shit, how about we have the other team draw a holding penalty on 2nd down because we're bringing the absolute house. Shane Bowen, it's the biggest year of your professional career. You're either going to be the Giants' defense coordinator for a long time after this year, or you'll never be a defensive coordinator in the NFL again. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. Make sure you do have your Giants 4th of July shirt. USA. Chatsports.com/USA Giants. That's chatsports.com/USA Giants. hard not to be pumped up, man. Like, I'm excited for it. If you're excited, spam me. I want to see 1,000 me's in the comment section because we're getting back to what this great organization is about. Dominating the line of scrimmage. For Strahan, even though he's a fraud and he waved that damn Eagles flag, and I'll never forget him. Justin Tuck, OC, LT, all the greats that did great things for the New York Giants. Make sure you are following me on social media. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram @MarshallGreen_.